For this week's Rise Up, I want to talk about one of the great contradictions of the American promise in this so-called melting pot, this nation of immigrants. The immigration system is broken. But let me start with a rare bright spot. This week, just in time for Mother's Day, the first reunifications took place between parents and kids separated by the Trump administration. 19-year-old Brian Chavez was reunited with his mother, Sandra, after more than 3 years, during which he graduated high school early and began working for an immigration advocacy group.
There's literally no words to describe the happiness that I'm feeling right now, and I'm really grateful with all the people that did this amazing work to allow my mom come back. And I just hope that they can all the people that participate and make this possible, they keep doing this amazing work, and they help more people reunify with their family just like they did with my mom.
But how did we get to this moment, with Republicans flatly refusing to consider any immigration reform, when 20 years ago the DREAM Act was introduced in the Senate by conservative pillar Orrin Hatch of Utah? The bill would have guaranteed a path to citizenship for undocumented people who were brought to the United States as children, now often referred to as dreamers. But it didn't pass, despite bipartisan support in both the House and the Senate. Versions of the DREAM Act failed again in 2007 and 2011, unable to overcome Senate filibusters. In 2012, following this partisan gridlock, with hundreds of thousands of undocumented young people living in limbo, President Obama took executive action. The Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals policies does not provide a path to citizenship for those brought to this country as children, but it does prevent deportation and allows them to work legally. Of course, the Trump administration attempted to rescind even this tiny measure of security to undocumented folks, resulting in years-long legal battle. Then President Biden signed an executive order reinstating DACA on his first day in office, but his predecessor's attempt to unilaterally strip legal status from nearly 1 million dreamers is proof that we need a legislative solution. The Biden administration has put forward a comprehensive immigration plan, but with Jim Crow filibuster still intact, it faces an uphill battle in the Senate. In the meantime, Biden is also pushing for smaller moves, protecting dreamers and farm workers, hoping to get the 10 Republican Senate votes those measures would need. This week, Biden raised the refugee cap that Trump had slashed, allowing more immigrants to seek asylum. It's that last move that might help Brian Chavez and his mom, who was denied asylum by the Trump administration. Sandra has been granted humanitarian parole to reunite with her son, but no permanent policy yet exists for her or the hundreds of other parents who were deported without their children. So this Mother's Day, how can you rise up to help moms like Sandra? As always, get on the phone to your senators and your representative. Demand action on comprehensive immigration reform. And if that means abolishing the filibuster, well, that's just icing on the cake. In your home state, find out what programs provide legal support to immigrants and volunteer or donate. Add your voice to the call for reform on social media. Leave no room for bigotry on your page or in your life. And when you've done that, if you're lucky enough to have your mother in your life this Mother's Day, give her a hug. There's nothing stronger than a mother's love, and we'll need all the strength we can muster to win this fight.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.